7 signs of a mature man. Mastering masculinity through emotional intelligence. Man, this topic is something that I've been wanting to talk about. And let's just talk about what separates the boys from the men. And no, it's not about age. It's about emotional intelligence. It's about maturity. It's about the ability to handle life and not folding under that pressure. Because a mature man owns his shit. He doesn't make excuses. He's not in that victim mentality. He controls his emotions. It doesn't control him. He knows how to communicate, lead, and ask for help when he fucking needs it. So today I'm going to be breaking down these 7 signs of masculine maturity and how I've personally went through the fire to learn these myself. So if you're serious about leveling up, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally, you need to hear this. Let's get into it. Now, 1,000 days. I did 1,000 days of a mental toughness program that actually ended on Christmas Eve of last year. That was 2024. And, they say patience is a virtue. And yes, it is. And I fucking sucked at it. I was a very impatient person. But when I did this 1,000 day mental toughness program, that was basically almost 3 years of straight discipline, no shortcuts, no quitting, just showing up every fucking day, even if I didn't feel like it. Why? Because I knew that this was going to teach me patience to a whole new level. Because I was playing a longer game. I was aiming for 1,000 fucking days, which I never committed to something longer in my life for. And for me, the truth is that I found out through that is there's a few men who have the endurance to endure the long game, and there's even fewer who can commit without seeing an instant result or an outcome, that delayed gratification. And I knew that I wanted to be one of those few men. I wanted to be one of those men. And if you can't develop the patience, you'll never have something that's worth having, because that's the fucking truth. It's taking a lot longer in the journey because something worth having takes fucking time. This is why I train my patience every fucking day. I'm still impatient, but the best way that I can tell you the way I am now after doing 1,000 days of a mental toughness program is I'm patient. I know how to be patient for the long game, but I'm impatient in certain moments because I want it now. I want to get after it now. I come with a sense of urgency, and I hope that you're training your patience by playing the long game in some way. Okay. Now, I went from an angry kid to an emotionally regulated man. I grew up with anger issues, fighting, breaking shit, getting into trouble. For years, I let my emotions run the fucking show until I finally did an inner child workshop. This was actually during COVID. Actually, that's what happened. And that shit woke me up. I realized there was tools. I didn't know there were tools. And some of these are fucking free. Most of them are free. Meditation, journaling, somatic therapy, breath work was my personal go-to that helped me realize that I could do so much with my breath. And how much people have shallow breath every day. They don't breathe down to their belly. They're always in their diaphragm. And it just really helped me to realize that instead of reacting, I can learn to process. And the thing is about this inner child work, it's a commitment, it's a discipline too. Like to this day, I still talk to little Mario. I asked little Mario, how is he doing? How is he feeling? Because the first time I ever talked to my inner child, he was mad at me. He didn't want to say anything to me. And I could feel his anger because I actually sat in it. And it's this thing called the empty chair process. A chair is sitting in front of me and it's empty. And I pretend that I'm talking to this 6-year-old version, the one that got sexually abused. And I talked about this in my first podcast episode ever about how I was sexually abused and how I healed through that sexual trauma. If you want to go check it out, here's the link. Go check it out. My first episode was the first episode that gave me 15 5-star reviews, and it also helped other men open about their sexual abuse. But listen, this is why I did this healing work as well, because there was a lot of deep shit that I needed to do that. And a man who can control his emotions is a powerful man. And the reason why inner child work is so important is because a lot of people are not connected to that version of themselves, the ones that have been hurt. And the thing is, as you grow up, you gotta like unlearn and relearn, and you gotta reparent yourself. You gotta parent yourself in this way. And I knew that I had a lot of anger issues growing up that I needed to handle, and I just knew that I didn't want to be a man that was dangerous, like I don't want to be a man that was bringing other people in danger. I just obviously I want to be a man that's dangerous in ways, in great ways, but not a danger in others and those that I love. And that's the biggest thing that I realized about just doing the inner child workshop. And I hope that every man does this work. Okay. And I have some other episodes on there if you guys want to look, link in the bottom as well. I hope that you can get value from that. But overall, the power of asking for help is so big because most men suffer in silence. We're raised to believe that you need to tough it out. Don't be a fucking bitch, you know? Don't show weakness. Like, handle your problems alone. All this shit. And for a long time, I was one of those men until I heard this quote that really changed the game for me. If you want to go fast, then go alone. But if you want to go far, then you must go together. And that changed everything for me. That's when I started to reach out for support for my mental health, for my fitness journey, for my personal growth. And what happened? I leveled up faster. I went farther. Strong men don't do it alone. They move with a tribe. You know, real masculinity isn't about like suppressing your emotions. It's about mastering them, acknowledging them, feeling them. The 7 signs of a mature man are simple. He takes responsibility. He regulates his emotions. He practices patience. He communicates clearly. He takes care of himself, his body, his skin, his face, all that. He asks for support when he fucking need it. He drops that ego. He know he needs support. And most importantly, he serves others. He has a fucking purpose. And those are the things that, you know, are really showing that you matured. And someone could be fucking 35 and a boy, and someone could be 23, but a man because he does these things. And if this episode hit and it spoke to you, please share it to someone or just give me a hit on the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. New videos every Monday, every Wednesday. And I just wanted to drop in here and give you some real talk as usual. Until next time, guys, lead with strength, move with purpose, and keep evolving. Let's get it. Peace.